After a triumphant first season as host of The Late Late Show, Patrick Kielty finds himself in the unique position of balancing his infectious charm and natural comedic timing with the weight of expectations as he enters his second season. The first season, which breathed new life into the long-running Irish talk show, saw Kielty bring his signature blend of wit and approachability to the forefront, receiving praise for rescuing the iconic series from what many believed was its downward spiral. As he prepares for Season 2, the question on many viewers' minds is whether Kielty can continue steering the show in the right direction and build upon the momentum he's established. I think the real question as we head into the second season is, well, he knows how to drive the car, but does he know where he's going? Kielty reflects, his trademark humor shining through. With a season under his belt, he recognizes the growing expectations, but he's more than ready to meet them head-on. We've got plenty of plans in store. After a summer filled with incredible sporting achievements for Ireland, there are some big names we're chasing. Plus, we're working on a special finale show that's going to be something to remember. Kielty is determined to keep things fresh, teasing the return of popular segments like the country music and gay specials. He even hints at potentially taking the show on the road. I'd love to bring the show to Cork or Galway. That would be a lot of fun. Despite the lighthearted tone he takes in conversation, Kielty is acutely aware of the immense work and coordination that goes into producing one of RTE's flagship programs. His easygoing, affable demeanor might make it all seem effortless, but The Late Late Show is a colossal team effort, requiring immense creativity and resourcefulness to keep it running smoothly. During our conversation, conducted over Zoom from his family home in Dundrum, company down, Kielty reveals how, even in the middle of the Irish summer, his thoughts remain on the show. Having just returned from a family holiday in the glamorous French Riviera, where he and his wife Kat Deely took their children to St. Tropez, Kielty has temporarily traded the luxurious getaway for a campervan adventure. We're scouting around this place in a campervan, he says with a laugh. We had planned to head over to Mayo, but the weather isn't on our side, so we're sticking close to home, just in case. The rainy Irish summer hasn't dampened the spirits of Kielty or his children, who are enjoying the relaxed rules and spontaneity that come with a family trip. The kids love it, staying up late, no routine. It reminds me of my childhood holidays. From their temporary home base, they've been visiting nearby beaches and the scenic Mourne Mountains, enjoying the freedom of their unscheduled explorations. Yet the buzz of The Late 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 is never far from Kielty's mind, and this year, the pressure is heightened by changes at RTE. Amid a significant restructuring process, driven by a governance scandal and the national broadcaster's plan to streamline its operations, there is growing speculation about the show's future. One of the more startling proposals includes the possibility of outsourcing The Late Late Show's production. This could mean the iconic show may no longer be produced in-house at RTE's historic Montrose campus, with some even suggesting that it could be entrusted to an independent production company. Given Kielty's history as a co-founder of Green Inc., a production company known for its work on RTE programs like Crime Call, rumors have swirled that he might be in the running to produce The Late Late himself. However, Kielty is quick to dispel any notion that he stands to benefit from the changes. First of all, I don't have a production company anymore, he clarifies. I sold my shares in Green Inc. back in 2014, so there's no advantage for me in any of this. I'm not involved in the tendering process for the show, and I have no interest in being a part of it. My focus is on presenting The Late Late, nothing more. Kielty also addresses the controversies surrounding RTE, which in recent times have sparked intense public scrutiny. The broadcaster's publication of a new register revealing outside earnings of its staff has led to significant gossip, with some employees' side gigs drawing attention. Yet again, Kielty is transparent. It's not me, he says, laughing off the speculation. The register is all part of RTE's transparency drive, and I think it's a good thing. As for whether people should have to disclose their outside earnings publicly, I'm on the fence. But I'm fully supportive of whatever RTE needs from me on that front. One area where Kielty has already set himself apart is his openness about his own compensation. Before even starting his first season, he candidly disclosed that his salary for hosting The Late Late Show was $250,000, a refreshing departure from the often secretive nature of high-profile salaries in Irish media. He even waived expenses for travel and accommodations, as he commuted from London, where he lives with his family, to Dublin for the show. At a time when RTE was embroiled in scandals involving exorbitant salaries, extravagant expenses, and controversial exit packages for its executives, Kielty's humility and transparency stood in stark contrast to the public's growing disenchantment with the broadcaster. Now, a year into the role, Kielty reflects on the experience. It's been everything I'd hoped for and more, he says. There are always pressures with a job like this, but I genuinely love what I'm doing. Despite the demands of hosting such a beloved and iconic show, Kielty remains grounded. He attributes much of this to his upbringing and the strong sense of family that continues to guide him. Living in London with his wife, TV presenter Kat Deely, and their two sons, Milo 8 and James 5, Kielty insists that their life is far from the glitzy, jet-setting existence that some might imagine. We're just like any other family. We juggle work and kids like everyone else. The difference is we're incredibly lucky to be doing what we love. But when it comes to family life, it's all about the same daily routines. Kielty shares a humorous anecdote that perfectly encapsulates this balance between his high-profile career and family life. If you saw me this morning cleaning Nutella off the seats in the camper van, you'd know exactly how glamorous my life really is. Despite his success and the accolades he's received for his work on The Late Late, Kielty remains incredibly down-to-earth, particularly when it comes to his children. Milo is football mad and spends most of his time at the pitch. James is more into dinosaurs. They're not showing any signs of following us into showbiz just yet, and that's fine by me. I just want them to find something they love, like I did. As Kielty prepares for the new season of The Late Late Show, it's clear that he's approaching it with a renewed sense of purpose and excitement. While the format of the show has remained largely familiar, his interviews last season often pushed the boundaries of traditional talk show fare. One standout moment was his conversation with Northern Ireland's First Minister, Michelle O'Neill, during which Kielty made an emotional statement about the cost of conflict, reminding viewers of the tragic toll it had taken. This hard-hitting moment contrasted sharply with his predecessor's less confrontational approach, particularly in interviews with political figures like Mary Lou McDonald. But not all of Kielty's interviews have been so serious. His interview with actors Paul Mescal and Andrew Scott, following the Dublin premiere of All of Us Strangers, was a particularly memorable highlight. The actors, still buzzing from the excitement of the premiere, had the audience in stitches as they recounted amusing anecdotes and openly discussed their film's more risque moments. For Kielty, it's these unexpected, unscripted moments that make The Late Late Show so special. When guests who don't know each other come on and start riffing off one another, that's when the magic happens. He recalls the unlikely but delightful camaraderie between Daniel O'Donnell and actor Ricky Tomlinson, as well as the undeniable chemistry between Nicola Coughlan and Mel B, which practically saw him nudged out of the conversation. With the new season on the horizon, Kielty is eager to continue building on these moments. Whether it's through hard-hitting interviews or light-hearted banter, he remains committed to creating authentic, real connections with his guests and, most importantly, his audience. People can smell when something's fake, he says. When TV is live,